mainstream media and beyond. I think my first question is, आज हम किसको mainstream कहेंगे? Do we still call the traditional media mainstream? Or the fact that social media has become such a huge part of what journalism looks like today? And I would like to talk a little bit about that actually. I think today as we sit here, I am probably 7.5 years into this profession. When I joined, I had done very traditional courses on media, what media is, what journalism is. Over the years, and especially in the last couple of years, we've seen a massive change about what is journalism, what is the language of journalism. I think today, even, I don't know if we call it journalism, but news per se has changed its language. We consume news in the form of memes, we consume news in the form of podcasts, we are being served news in the form of reels, social media influencers, and I think that has changed, for me at least, the way we look at what and how we are communicating with the people. And journalism essentially, again, my definition is also not just the finding of the story, but also storytelling. And social media, people on social media, and with the advent of a lot of influencers, I think the storytelling game has changed for journalists especially. We need to change our language, we need to upgrade our language to match that kind of reach that the influencers have. Having said that, you know, it's always like a dilemma, but and the second thought is, yeah, they are doing better in probably the telling of the story. They're telling the same story that journalists are finding out way better than we are. But we still need journalists to gather that information that is being explained on social media. And इसीलिए हम लोग का जो responsibilities है to find the truth, as we say, the truth seekers of our society. We shouldn't just be following up on things that we are finding on social media, but actually finding out. And that is a vacuum that is existing in this current situation. And not a lot of newsrooms are actually working towards the finding out, especially the traditional ones. When we then talk about the mainstream traditional news outfits, they are following up on news. They see something on social media trending, they get on it, they find that news on social media, and then follow up and report on it. Very few independent media houses like News Laundry, Scroll, The Quint, Alt News, these are the newsrooms which are still in some way trying to find and not chase a story. They're trying to find the story. And we saw that with the electoral bond project actually. It was one of the biggest stories of our times. It is one of the biggest stories of our times. And beyond the independent media and a few newspapers maybe, we barely saw coverage. That kind of a news 10 years ago would have really created a stir in the country, in our discussions. We barely saw that impact happening in mainstream news. And because of course, I mean, no doubt there is a censorship in place. There is no doubt there is a self-censorship in place as well. But that was a news which had solid factual evidence background. And how many newsrooms did you see actually trying to dig into that data to find something? It was mostly the independent media houses that were doing it. But again, I mean, that trend also we saw while the independent media houses were finding out the stories. The influencers were the ones who were communicating their stories to us. We saw more reels about electoral bonds. We saw more the personalities on social media giving us that news that had more reach. And I think that is also because the journalism space has become extremely personality driven, face driven, and that is something we need to acknowledge and work towards as well in our newsrooms when we're trying to build something, when we're trying to create a newsroom which has more people. And I'm stressing on the fact that we need to work on our reach as independent media houses or independent journalists, is because, see, we're doing the stories great, we're doing great stories, we're finding great stories, but it's also important for us. We're doing it to reach people. We're doing it to tell people what is the other. What is? But there's no other point of just finding it and probably engaging with the core audience that we have. I think we need to reach out to more people, and to reach out to more people, there have to be some more devices that we figure out to tell the stories better. And I think with that, I would just like to. I mean, if we have more questions later on, we can take that. But I would like to pass the mic to Nandan.
Thank you. So your name, young man?